Alright, let's get the stream started. Part 2 of Titan Quest Legendary. Whoops, I keep forgetting I have to choose the difficulty in the beginning. There it is. Alright, forward. I'm still not used to taking that much damage. 1 second, I gotta pull up my stream elsewhere, make sure that it's running properly. It's the only way for me to know if my internet goes out. If I run across some other technical difficulties. Alright, suck on that, Thundercats. Speaking of Thundercats, I remember the reboot that came out. Man, I don't remember it very well. I remember enjoying it, though. I need to rewatch it. So I grew up watching Thundercats. And He-Man. Not the original, but the... I did see some of the original, but I watched the one that came on Cartoon Network. Transformers and all that stuff. I think they were reboots of the series. Oh, ran right past you. Stop running away. So I hate ranged classes. They're a bunch of cowards. Can't face me in glorious melee combat. It's like they missed an opportunity of calling the Dusky Boars Tusky Boars. You know, on account of their tusks. That is a long stun. Is stun resist one of the primary stats? I don't think so. You do get stun resist, but I don't think you can see the stat, right? Total death's 196. Okay, well. It's really the greatest monster code. I guess on Legendary. There you go. Stun resist is 34%. Never actually looked at those stats before. I mean, I've seen them, I just haven't, like, perused them. Nemesis Fleshbender. Can mend everyone's flesh but his own. Whew. It's not such a long stun. Jeez. Alright. Come face your death. Gonna drop my banner. Not that I should need it anytime soon anyway, but yeah, almost a 50-second cooldown.
A gentle you see, I have long dwelt in these.
The good centaur. What does he want me to do? I think I go to this cave up here. Don't worry, Chiron. I've got your back.
Your inventory is full.
Did you die? Jeez.
Welcome, welcome! A fine warrior like yourself, I'm sure. Farewell!
I don't think I've actually spent any money in this difficulty yet, have I? I'm finding more potions than I actually need. So I think I'm fine with my plan of filling up my inventory with just loot that I want to keep, even if I don't ever use it. Let's hide around, have them take some aggro off of me. Oh gosh. Good job, guys. Pelt of Clout.
It is true. All manner.
Alright, 2 attribute points. Yeah, I think just going straight to dexterity is fine. I'm a glass cannon build, so I'm not going to put any more points into any sort of defensive attributes or skills or anything.
Everywhere across Greece.
Ah. A blacksmith of remarked Termerus is gifted. He can make
Yeah, this guy's a pain in the butt to find. I think he's really easy to walk right past. If you're not paying attention to the map, I think. He's like right off the road, like in this little grove.
I see you've traveled a long road, stranger. Come, have a
Just a
look.
pain in the butt to
I
find.
might have something to suit your needs. Safe travels.
I was on my way from... I lost my possessions, but I kept my life. I would call that a fair trade.
Well, I do believe I can find them. I guess it would be a terrible idea, like any free attribute points I get, like from the Chiron quest, like just slap those into health just to make myself a little bit more resilient. Like, oh! Like right there, I could have used a little bit more health. Is there a boss creature over there? I don't know why I took so much damage. Other than like the piercing damage. So what is Athena's mirrored shield? Oh, it's just a drop? Well, neat. Did I get that from dying? It looked like it dropped from my body. Not one of the centaurs. That'd be kind of a cool mechanic. So the enemies in this game, whatever they're wearing or they have equipped is what they drop. It's one of like the advertised mechanics of the game. It'd be cool as if when they killed you, they can loot your body and use your equipment against you. Kind of like the Nemesis system in like Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. Where they level up when they kill you, become stronger. But I can also see why that'd be a pain in the butt to get your loot back, especially if you exited and re-entered the game. But I guess if they saved it as like a boss creature, like your loot. Like whoever killed you, turn it into a boss. So it saves it even if you leave the game. Then when you re-enter, you have to get it back.
That is my grove burning.
So I think enemies should be rewarded for killing the player as well. That's a shame. She wasn't even as strong as the other guys we were fighting. Granted, I did use my abilities to help kill her, so that's not entirely fair. Shadow's Guard. Alright, so plus 40 defensive ability, 20% damage to undead, or plus 20 damage to undead, plus 50% less damage from undead, plus 2 to death ward, and plus 1 all skills and spirit mastery. Alright, sounds okay to me. This is a little niche. I'm not a huge fan of items and, well, I mean, it depends on the game, of course. Like Titan Quest, I don't think having a specialty against a specific type of enemy, it doesn't hurt. I mean, if it's still a good item other than that, sure. But like, the item has two effects dedicated to one enemy type.
The tree is unharmed?
Alright, so the merchant guy, the blacksmith, is up here. Had to backtrack to find this guy before. Yeah, long stun. Thank goodness for the fear. I may have died right there had I not had it. Hector's Shimmering Shield. So another another shield. Gosh darn it. I don't have space for it, do we? Sure, we can make something work here, right? Wish you could rotate items. So I have all these spaces, all these slots available. I mean, I guess I could just keep it over here. It's not a big deal either way.
You can't carry anymore. You have no more room. You have no more room.
Finding a lot of shields. I think I even have some in my inventory that I've held onto. I really just don't need them. Does make me wish I went the what was it called? The Conqueror class, which is the defensive mastery and and warfare mastery. It's a simple class, but it is very, very strong. By very, very strong, I mean just it's good.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
I think it's the build that's recommended to most like new players. It gives you damage and it gives you defense. That's all you need. Honestly, I would have gone dual wield if it weren't for the class being called a berserker. But that's why I went this route. Maybe he isn't up here. Wait. I guess he's further on in. Okay. I think I remember the location. I get there's two locations that look very similar, I think. Okay, this is the one with the tree. The other one has the blacksmith. I've had to backtrack for both of them before. Oh. I saw his spit, but I didn't see him. Alright, some more money that I don't really need. I'm finding a lot of clout today. So these are some of my least favorite enemies in the game. Probably right behind the those poison archers from Act 4. The Limos. They're a bit of a stat check, making sure you have enough damage to burn through them. Because they keep draining health from you as they attack you. I do think one of the hardest early game bosses is that one Limos. And that little square ruin area next to the Spartans, like where you get the, what, Lost Spartans quest? I think that's what it's called. Which it should be coming up on shortly. I think it's in this section. This chapter of this act. I gotta run over that way. I did see a guy run over that way.
You can't carry anymore.
Let's go sell some stuff, pick up some stuff. At some point I'm gonna have to get through my inventory and sell all the stuff from the lower difficulties that I don't need anymore.
Greetings!
Like all the relics and stuff that I have just laying around.
Nothing else?
I'm also pretty lazy, so no telling if that'll ever get done. Sweet, he tried to run away. He may have been stuck between like the tent and the wall here. Alright, so this is where the stupid blacksmith is at. He's chilling up here.
Well, I don't get many visitors.
Oh no 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 no! I couldn't. I was stunned. Darn. And that's what, 2 deaths in legendary so far. No, 3. I died earlier. 2. All right, so yeah, 3. That stupid stun. Or no, maybe my potion was on cooldown. I think you can still use potions while you're stunned. But they also started attacking me when I was in the merchant menu. Got some cheap shots in. Another Athena's mirrored shield. Okay. Like... I don't need shields, man. I wonder how the stats compare. $40 bonus damage. Alright, so it looks like it might be the same exact thing. No, no. After the 10% chance of 3 to 5 stun retaliation. Whoops. Oh, I equipped it. Oops. Oh, excuse me. There's something else I picked up. Here it is. That over here as well. So what does this do? Golden Eye of Sun Wukong. 25% pierce damage plus 10% elemental damage. Plus 40% poison damage plus 50% stun duration plus 50% total speed. Spirit Thief, activated upon taking damage, steals the energy of all enemies in the vicinity, harming them for every bit of energy stolen. 8,000 energy drain. 8,000% energy drain. 200% of lost energy is damage. That sounds like a ton of damage. I still prefer the other thing that I have. Yeah, Gjallarhorn. It's almost perfect for my build.
Hello, how can I help you?
No, I was looking at the differences between these. So plus 25% health regen, 210 energy, 25% energy regen, 67 defensive ability. Oh no, it is the same thing. Exact same
So
shield.
long.
What are the chances, right? I guess I can't complain. I do have 2 purple weapons, so. I could use a helmet. Or some boots. I've had these boots for a long time, I think. Yeah, really just any equipment that my character uses, since I don't use shields. Can you equip 2 shields? And have 2 no, you can only have the 1. Be a good idea. It'd be like, was it Dark Souls 2 or 3 that has that, like, big door shield? And then Q, the quote, you know, the best defense is good offense, or vice versa, with the shields equipped. Bunch of twerps. Alright, another arm guard. I think we found this one before, though. Doesn't sound new. Alright, so more armor, cold resist, poison resistance, 18 strength. Right now I'm getting, let's see. So give me a strength? I don't think it does. Pierce resist, fire resist, increased pierce ratio, pierce damage, dexterity. +2 to Heart of Oak. Eh. Now the one I currently have equipped actually benefits my build if I go the Rune Word Explode and Rune Word Burn. So I'm going to keep that instead. Yeah, something I've wanted to do before, but not many games let you do wield shields. So sadly, there hasn't been a lot of opportunity to do it. But I am personally a big fan of shields. I'm moving really slow all of a sudden. Alright, come here, you. Zacteel Ether Web. Not to be confused with his cousin, Zacteel Interweb. It'd be cool if you can make your own banner in this game too. And then when you threw down your battle standard, it had your personalized emblem on it. I guess that would be fair to other classes, because not every class gets a battle standard or something, so. What's going on, Mark? Open the stream, man. Yeah, good job healing. Like they wasted your time. Incarnation of Zeus's Thunderbolt.
You can't hold anymore.
Yeah.
Need a recommendation?
No, not really.
Come
I
again.
know what I'm doing. So I think the proper offering quest that
You
I have
can't
is
carry
also...
anymore.
Yeah, it gives you a resistance. I think it's 5% to random resistance. Alright, unless I'm not picking up any more items. Because it's going to be too much back and forth if I keep picking up and selling them. And I really don't need money. I haven't spent any on potions yet. In this playthrough anyway, so... I guess I could just reorganize this a little bit. And then go back and grab this. Just paranoid because I didn't pick up like any items in my first, like when I was playing through a normal, so I didn't have any money for anything. I actually ran out of money when I was buying potions to fight Typhon. But we're sitting pretty comfortable, so I don't need to worry about it. Not a single spin attack. There it is. Right at the end, once all but 2 of them are dead. I do rely on that spin attack for the stun that it offers, and the big fights like that. I'm not attacking. I was like, why isn't she dying?
You have no more room.
Proud or jealous? Because since my 30-day subscription ran out, he could only hold 1 million. Like there'd be a heist being planned right now. The Warrior City of Delphi. Run by cat ladies. Get back here. I'm the threats. Maybe that's why they were running away. They wanted to burst through the front lines so they didn't have to fight me.
The Tensius.
Speak through me.
When the first, my husband's.
So the grieving widow, what do you mean to do? Find the Boar Man and avenge her husband's death. Alright, I am a hired hitman.
Blades, shields, potions, greaves, bows, helmets of all kinds. Oh, can I help you? Best of luck.
Seeker, the great oracle of
Right.
death.
Which resistance did I get there? I think it tells you in the quest log, doesn't it? It does not. I don't remember what was what. I want to say it was cold resist, but I don't remember.
Welcome, you war. I have given my prophet.
90,000 experience.
Apollo guide.
The Merc with the Mohawk. Pairs well with the Merc with the mouth. The Merc with the mission. Alright, I think... Oh, this is a dead end.
Sorry, only actors that...
Okay. So I need to kill a boar man, and the main quests... Yeah, to the Parnassus Caves. Alright, so I'm not going to pick up any more yellow items unless I start feeling like I'm low on money, which... not a problem yet. Probably not going to pick up green items either. Purple and blue. That is the only tier items that's going to give me any sort of potential replacement for my current gear. Did you watch the most recent Loki, Matthew? By most recent, I mean the season finale. Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't like it as much as the last episode. I guess the second to last episode. Episode 5. That was by far my favorite one. And I'm not a huge fan of, like, shows setting things up for, like, future stuff. Because Marvel has a lot of, like, announced shows and stuff coming out. Like, they have a lot of stuff in the works. I think there's 2 more shows that come out before the year's out. And I don't think that's including the What If show. But I did really like the ending. I said I wasn't going to do that. And there I go doing it. It's Hawkeye and She-Hulk. Yeah, it sets up a few. There's a lot of like multiverse stuff coming out. Like I think there's I mean, I feel like knowing some of the movies that are coming out in the future kind of spoiled what was going to happen in the show anyway. Was Black Widow any good? I know you watched that the other night. I don't know if I'm gonna bother paying for it or not, but which makes sense considering the big villain of, you know, the next phase as well. So I'm excited for the new Spider-Man, though I think the only movie that I'm really excited about is Love and Thunder, because I think Taika Waititi is a fantastic director. Which is saying something, because I'm calling him out by name. I don't normally care for, you know, a specific director or anything. I don't follow names. I follow, like, I don't know. I judge everything on an individual basis. Taika Waititi stands out as an excellent director, and I've loved everything he's put out, especially in the past few years. And Ragnarok, I think, is the best Marvel movie. So I've got high hopes for Love and Thunder. Plus, Thor is my favorite. Yeah, Thor is my... See, let's get rid of this stuff. I don't need to lug that around. This is my favorite Marvel hero. Yeah, I was talking about Love and Thunder. So, like, Taika Waititi is my favorite director. I don't normally, I think is a testament to him because I don't normally follow names. I follow, like, I judge movies on an individual basis, not based on, like, the director, because I don't care. So I don't like to follow celebrities. I don't follow anything. I judge everything on its individual merit. So, a huge fan of Taika Waititi, and I think Love and Thunder is going to be really good. Thor is my favorite hero, so that also helps. Well, I have no idea how he's portrayed. I mean, I saw the trailer. I know he's in the movie, but I didn't know. I mean, he's not really a... I think he's a hard villain to get right. I'm also not an expert. I do like playing him in a Marvel vs. Capcom, though. Yeah, no, I mean, he's a big dude. Like, the bicep on, like, the one leaked image of him and, like, Taika Waititi. Jeez, man. Oh, what did... I'd love to get paid to get jacked like that. As it stands, I have to pay to get jacked. And right now, I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm in a position, I mean, I should be good to get back to the gym and stuff now. It's just the motivation, man. One day. Once I get back into a regular schedule. Because of, like, school, everything changes every year, and I might just wait till next summer. Yeah, that dude's bicep was huge. Him and Henry Cavill, man. Like, normally I don't... Really, not even, like, Thor, Chris Hemsworth. I don't really... I don't normally get, like... I wouldn't say jealous. But, like, Henry Cavill is, like... He's one handsome dude, you know? Chris Hemsworth, not as much. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad looking or anything, just... I don't know, he doesn't have the same effect on me that Henry Cavill does. I was paying for membership. I canceled it like halfway through the year because it was money just going to waste. I wasn't going to go during the pandemic because people are gross. They don't like to clean their equipment. I'm not a huge fan of public gyms anyway. The house that I hopefully am getting once the appraisal comes back, there's room in the basement for a gym. So I don't have to worry about picking up something from somebody at the public gym. Hey, what's going on, man? Going on, man? Sorry, I don't know what came out of my mouth. Sometimes talking is hard. I do it a lot during the day, so words start mixing together. Yeah, I guess I would say that Henry Cavill was like the only celebrity I can think of that inspires me to like go to the gym. one cat. I'm gonna have one cat in the basement. The one that has the FIV, Maru. So he's finally gonna have his own territory, and he won't be confined to a bathroom. Granted, the bathroom isn't small. We have a pretty sizable bathroom, but get to do with some more room for activities. So we get the basement, the other two cats we get the run of the rest of the house. Now, granted, if he does get his teeth removed, because we have to take him back to the vet to gauge his, I guess, gum disease, then he might be able to be introduced to the other cats and they can all hang out together. So, depending on how aggressive he is towards other cats, because again, he does seem like he's a bit of a fighter. Not aggressive towards us in any way, but I don't know how he's gonna do with other animals. In fact, I do have a cat tree I need to put in the bathroom for him. Give him something else to do while he's in there. Cats don't watch us take showers. The other cats used to hang out in there. Artemis would sit between the shower curtains. We have like this big white cabinet in there that they like to get on top of and just like lay down and roll around. Get up on the, you know, the sink and knock stuff down. They haven't been in the bathroom so long, I don't remember what they did. Maru's pretty chill. He doesn't really get on anything or tear anything up. He just waits for us to come in there and lays on our feet so we pet him. Watching my back while they're staring at me intently. Okay. It's a weird way of going about it, but yeah. It's mostly the same with dogs. Like, they look for you. They look to you to keep an eye out while they're using the bathroom. So they don't want to get got. I guess it would be a little weird if it was your car. I didn't even notice that, the typo. It'd be a little weird if your car was in your bathroom watching you shower. But kudos on the size of your bathroom. It's like, yeah, the house is 3 bedrooms and only 1 bath, but it can fit a mid-sized sedan in it, so. I think this is the way I need to go, is it not? Hey, congrats! I paid off my... Well, both my cars are paid off now. I paid off my newer one just, I think in April. %0 APR. That was a steal. It wasn't really a steal. It was actually really expensive because I bought it in California. Had I bought the same car here, it would have saved me like $10,000. So, give or take, maybe more like 7. Well, before my 2 current cars, I had a bunch of used cars. I had a 87 Blazer, which cost me $350. I took 1 paycheck from when I was doing masonry work and went and bought it. And then I had a 89 Mercury Grand Marquis, which I absolutely adore that car. It was the, like one of those land boats. It had the 5.0 in it. They used to put in like the old, Fox body Mustangs. So I had a V8 that was running it. It was just a smooth ride. I missed that car. It was a tank. I got into a couple accidents with it, and it could take a hit. Yeah, these are the first 2 cars that I paid off, because I had a truck for a bit, but I got rid of that before I went to California, and bought a new car before I headed out there for the warranty and just ease of getting it fixed, because I didn't have a place to work on it myself. So I do my own car maintenance, if it's something that I can do. I think I could do anything, but I don't have the tools to do some of the stuff, so. I assume... I have no idea. I've been out of the car game for a while. So my dad might be giving me a truck. Like a little S10. Still something that will help, like, for projects around the house, if we get the house. Still waiting on that appraisal. They're backed up, so. But we should know, I think, what, by the 26th or 28th, whether or not we have it, so. Looking forward to that. And we met the sellers, and some exciting news. Supposedly their power's never gone out, which is like a weekly occurrence for us here. Maybe not weekly. Our internet goes out weekly. But supposedly the internet also never goes out, so that's really exciting. In fact, I'm sure at some point during the day my internet goes out like at least once a day. I just might not be awake for it. I may not need a 3rd car. Well, one of my cars isn't really like an everyday car. I drive it every day, but it's not really intended to be an everyday car. And it'd be nice to have something to, because I have 2 sedans. I don't have anything to like move stuff, so having the truck would be good for like, you know, home renovation and just moving stuff around. That's a little beat 'em up thing. Also, I come from a family, we have always had a lot of cars. It's a it's a thing. I mean, Compared to my dad, 3 cars is extraordinarily tame. I think he said this one gets like 26, which is the same as one of my cars. Take care, man. It was good talking to you. Making really good progress. I've been playing for an hour. I feel like I've been just blowing through Act 1. Chronos Charskin. That's a cool name. Sounds pretty hot. Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Oh, those poor guys didn't have a chance. All my stacks up. I'm a force to be reckoned with, man. There's a guy over here shooting lightning bolts at me. Where'd he go? Alright, undead. Let's dance. Dance the dance of undead. That's how to work against these guys. I do think the terracotta soldiers and the skeletons, I think, are my two favorite enemy types to fight in this game. Terracotta soldiers I like because I don't think there's any range variants. I think they're all melee. So you don't get kited around. Oh hey! New purple item. What do we got? Yes, Titan Quest came out in 2002, so a few years after Diablo 2. It is inspired heavily by Diablo. It takes place in ancient Greece. Well, it starts off in ancient Greece. You fight through basically ancient Greek mythology, ancient Egyptian mythology, some Chinese mythology, and then with the expansions, you go through Hades. So more Greek mythology. Then you go through the next expansion is Ragnarok. So you go through like Norse and Germanic mythology, and there's an Atlantis expansion as well. It's similar to Grim Dawn. I guess Grim Dawn is similar to it in the sense that like you select two classes. So I'm running both Warfare and Rune, making me a Berserker class. It's like Grim Dawn, you start off with one class, and then I think at level 7 you pick your second class. It's pretty fun. I think it's a solid title. It's also really cheap. So if you're interested in playing it, if you like action RPGs, it's probably worth playing. If you don't like action RPGs, then probably not. Yeah, not as popular as Diablo, but still a good game in its own right. So. Alright, so I probably didn't need to use all my abilities there. That was kind of a joke.
Is it safe now?
Who does it say that I'm not a monster? You don't know me. Okay, the original premise for the story is there is a they're trying to bring a Titan back. So the initial game only had 3 acts. With the expansions, they added, well, the first expansion, Immortal Throne, added a 4th act, and the Ragnarok added a 5th. And then Atlantis is treated as a side quest, but it's basically the length of an act, maybe like half an act, or 2/3. And the game came out in 2002, and the expansions came out, I think, in like 2017 and 2018. So it got some more support, kind of out of the blue. Yeah, see, I'm not much for grinding. I've done it before, like I played a ton of Diablo 2, put a decent amount of time in Diablo 3 as well. But I kind of just play through it. So like I don't... Like Titan Quest I feel like is even less, has less grind potential than the other games, because it's a little bit slower paced, especially than like Diablo 3 and Path of Exile. I played Path of Exile, I think, back when it was in beta. Yeah, I kind of just play through the campaign. Not as worried about the grinding, trying to get all the best loot and stuff. That's tedious. I have other games I want to play, so I don't want to get caught in that loot circle, or loot cycle. But I have before. I haven't played Torchlight before. I've been meaning to. Like, the game goes on sale pretty frequently. It's just not, I think, a deep enough sale for as old as the game is. I think it goes down to like $10 or something. Like, it's not, I don't know. Or maybe it's like $6. Which is probably still worth it cost-wise, but I'm like, you know, there's other games I can buy for cheaper that I want to play more. But I do enjoy action RPGs, but again, I can't get like into the grinding. Alright. Let's heal up a bit. Alright, heal up a bit more. There we go. I haven't played any of the new Monster Hunters. I played the very first one for the PlayStation 2. I didn't have internet, so I just played by myself, which is not nearly as fun. I almost got into the new Monster Hunter, but I don't know. Again, the grind is like, you know, I like, because most of the time when I play games, it's for the channel, so I like having games that have a definitive ending. I know it has a story mode, but like, it's one of those grind games where it's like, is the game really over? But so I just didn't want to commit all that time to it. So one thing neat about this game, though, compared to other ARPGs, I don't know if any other ARPGs do it now, but when this one came out, it was unique in that whatever an enemy has equipped is what they drop when they die. So like this axe here, an enemy was wielding that, and then the Rusty Balag or Balag, however you pronounce it, somebody was wielding that, so when I killed him, they dropped it. Which is really neat for the time. Like all of them, or just the third one? The Torchlight, it's one of those games I've heard, like, it's been recommended a lot. I've heard good things about it. The gameplay never really stood out to me as anything, like, extraordinarily special. I mean, it looked okay. Like, it has my interest, and at some point I will play it. You know, it's funny, Titan Quest back in the day, I used to never want to play it, so like, a lot of my PC games I got from Target and stuff. Back in like the mid-2000s. And I would never even bothered like looking at Titan Quest because there was like two different sections for PC games. You had like the front section and like half of that going back down the aisle with like the big PC boxes, like the ones you could open up the front cover and look at like stuff in the game. Then if you go past that, it was like all like the learning PC games, like Leapfrog or whatever the heck, and they were like in the small packages. Well, the Titan Quest discs were sold in like the tiny boxes, so I thought it was like some like off-brand cheap like learning game or something. So I never even bothered with it. until a little bit later. Well, someone's like, oh yeah, that's like, hey, that's like Diablo, you should try it out. Oh, okay. I thought it was one of those weird learning games, but... Oh man, I wonder what we're about to fight. That's right, more Ratmen. No, games that I really want that are kind of action RPG are like the original Dark Alliance games, Champions of Norrath, and things like that. I would love to have those on PC. And I assume Dark Alliance because they just re-released the original Dark Alliance, and I know they're going to re-release the second one. Right now I think it's just for console, but they should be coming out for PC as well. So I'm hoping if those do well enough, we get Champions of Norrath after. So I love those games. Yeah, there's definitely that level of nostalgia too. Like, there's a lot of games that are still like console exclusive that I'd love to see on PC, like the Jak and Daxter trilogy. Not counting Jak X, because that was a racing game that I never played. I'd love to see those on PC. Because I think Jak and Daxter is actually, I attribute that to as being the game that got me into gaming. Because I had like an N64 and Game Boy Color and stuff before that. I was never like really, I mean, I guess Pokemon. I played a crap ton of Pokemon. And like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance on the Game Boy Advance. But I think Jak and Daxter is where, like, you know what, I'm gonna start playing just a crap ton of video games. And so, yeah, I think that's what led me down this path. Kite.
I can't believe I let those go.
All right, easy fight. That's another reason why I like Biomutant, the game I've been playing. It reminds me a lot of like the older like 3D platformers. It reminds me a lot of Jak and Daxter as well. Like, it gives me that same vibe that those old games gave me.
Thank you, but goodbye. I have mattered.
Yeah, my parents weren't really gamers. My dad's very good at like the old like Atari games. I've seen him like play Asteroid until like the score reset and stuff like that. Like we got like the little Atari systems that had like multiple games on them. And they played a little bit of Nintendo. Like, they bought Resident Evil 2 for themselves and said we couldn't play it because we were too young. But they never like kind of got into it, I guess. So they played some like racing games. As well. But PC wise, I was the only one in the house that played PC games. And I started with, oh man, what was my first PC game? Well, besides Pinball and Minesweeper. I think I actually started like with like the Toonami.com. Kind of like the Gundam game and Samurai Jack and stuff on there. I almost want to say Dawn of War was the first PC game that I really played. I don't remember if I played that before Diablo 2 or not. I still have all my old PC games. I'll probably just go back and look at all the cases and see which one came out first. Favorite game to date is Knights of the Old Republic, hands down. I love KOTOR. Still haven't played it on the channel yet. I didn't want to do it early on. I thought about it being my first Let's Play, but I want to make sure I was good at what I was doing before I jump into it. It'll be coming to the channel at some point in the future. Yeah, KOTOR is my absolute favorite. Love Jak and Daxter too. I mean, but it's not. I don't think it's in the same league as like KOTOR, like Dragon Age Origins, Baldur's Gate. It's like Baldur's Gate. It's just a fantastic experience. It's so good. About what, KOTOR? Oh, you should check it out. Though it is a little bit difficult. So in modern systems, if you want like native resolutions, you will have to mod it. But it's 100% worthwhile. It is. Now, I haven't played this... Well, I have played the second one, but my disc was messed up back when I tried to play it initially, so I couldn't get past a certain point without the game crashing.
Greetings.
But,
Hermes guide you.
Oh, I didn't compare this item, did I? I picked this up a while ago. Persephone's Caress. Yeah, still highly recommend it. Like, definitely... Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Knights of the Republic. It is just an excellent game. And you can get it for really cheap, too. Now, it will run on modern systems. You don't have to mod it. Only if you want it in, like, modern resolutions. Because it is a little dated now. Alright, so this does do more damage than both my weapons. Plus 112% cold damage, 99% frostburn damage, plus 7% chance for one of the following. 2-3 seconds of stun, 8 seconds of mind control. 30% cold resist, 35 dexterity, 110 health, plus 50 health regen per second, 4 absorption of spell energy. Alright, let's compare it to both. Where's my DPS at? 989, goes down. So this is worse than both of these, really? Because I lose attack speed. Yeah, the attack speed is what's carrying me, damage-wise right now. Oh, Hollow Knight is excellent too. I haven't actually played it. I watched a Let's Play of it. My favorite Let's Player, which I was torn about it because I don't like spoilers. I like, you know, solving things for myself. But you know, when your favorite Let's Player plays something, you gotta watch it. Yeah, Hollow Knight's really good. Other games I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the original Fable. And I haven't played the Anniversary Edition. Like a lot of the old CRPGs I really enjoy. So they're kind of all like lumped together. So like Arcanum. Well, I haven't played a lot of Arcanum. I played the Temple of Elemental Evil, Planescape Torment is another really good game. If you like good writing in games, there is a ton of dialogue though. It's very, very dialogue heavy. So it's not for everyone. But yeah, Planescape Torment, another excellent game. I have a hard time thinking of other games besides Titan Quest right now because I'm playing it. Yeah, Fable was good, Fable 2 was good, Fable 3 I didn't care for. It felt... Granted, I could have been just burned out on Fable when I played it, because I played all 3 in a row. But I played the other games before Fable 3 came out, but then when Fable 3 came out, I played through Fable 1, 2, and then 3. I used to do that with games. Like, I tried to do it with Mass Effect as well, which is the reason why I still haven't played Mass Effect 3. Because, like, I played Mass Effect 1, I think, twice. And I beat it a third time when Mass Effect 2 came out. No, sorry, I beat it once. Beat it again when Mass Effect 2 came out. Then I played through Mass Effect 1 and 2. And then when Mass Effect 3 came out, I played through Mass Effect 1, started playing through 2, and never finished it, never got to 3, so. I got burned out on Mass Effect. I think I was burned out on Fable when I played 3. Also, I was really big in like RTSs back in the days, like Dawn of War, another one of my favorite games of all time. I played a lot of Stronghold 2, Dungeon Siege 2, a ton of Diablo 2, a lot of 2s, a lot of sequels. Played some Guild Wars back in the day when I had those free internet trials, like Fuel PC and stuff. I was big into Dynasty Warriors for a little bit. And Kessen. Kessen was a fun series as well. Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite games of all time. I almost forgot. Final Fantasy VI, I think, is the best Final Fantasy as well. Alright, stop attacking me. There we go. Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking of all the games that I've played while I'm playing another game. Mine just doesn't work that way. Yeah, I try to maintain a variety. I mean, CRPGs are my favorite genre, just by far. That's why I always have a CRPG of some kind on the channel. And then I always have like something else, like a first-person shooter, you know, action RPG, you know, some sort of strategy game. I try to keep it mixed up because I don't want to get bogged down in one genre. Like, I don't want my channel to become like a niche channel that only plays one thing. Because I mean, I could easily just play CRPGs, just really dig into that hole, but I like all games. Not really big into sports games. The only sports games I really liked were like NBA Street and NFL Blitz, like the kind of the goofy sports games. They didn't really take themselves seriously, and they didn't have microtransactions. That always helped. I don't mind racing games. Like, it's not a genre that I tend to stray towards, but like I've used to play like Test Drive and Midnight Club 2 and things like that. Not all the Final Fantasies are really, really good. I mean, there's some debate. I mean, I enjoy most of them. There's some that I haven't played, so I can't vouch for those. Like, I think I didn't play 11, I haven't played 14, but those are MMOs. I haven't played 12 or 13. I haven't played 15. They're releasing Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for Steam finally. They've had like 3 through 15 this whole time, but they haven't released 1 and 2, but now they're finally releasing 1 and 2, so I might start doing a Final Fantasy series on the channel as well. That's what I was waiting for, since they finally released the first two. I still have Chrono Trigger to play through, and I think that'll take priority over the Final Fantasies, because I love Chrono Trigger to pieces. Like, every aspect of that game I think is a masterpiece. The soundtrack, the story, the gameplay. And there's like a spiritual sequel to Chrono Trigger out as well that I'm interested in playing. I Am Setsuna, I think is what it's called. It's not like a direct spiritual sequel, but it's supposed to be inspired heavily by Chrono Trigger, so. Chrono Cross is the sequel to Chrono Trigger. It's on my wish list. I haven't bought it yet. It's still pretty pricey. I think they're still selling it for like 50 or 60 bucks. So it has been on sale a couple times, but not for what I want to pay for it. some games I don't mind paying full price for, but there's others I'm just like, eh. So I've heard like the length of Octopath Traveler isn't it's not very long, so. But it did look good. Another series I'm a fan of is the Dragon Quest games. Though I'll probably never play those on the channel. I've played, what, 1 or 2 of them? Most of them I've watched Let's Plays of. Oh, really? 50-ish hours? Oh, okay. That's not what I heard. Man, I also haven't looked it up. Like, it's not. I just go to, you know, howlongtobeat.com and see. It just hasn't been a priority of mine. Actually, the next game that I'm going to play on the channel is a first-person shooter. It comes out on the 28th. Well, it's a first-person shooter and an RPG. So. And base building. Oh, run away, run away! Oh, what did I get stuck on? Did I get stunned? Oh, I got stuck on something. Is this the right place? No. But yeah, I'm not super into JRPGs. I like a lot of the older ones. Like A Legend of Dragoon, another one of my favorite games. Hoping for a remaster at some point. And there's this other JRPG, I can't remember the name of it, that I enjoyed playing a little bit. But like, all the details are super fuzzy. All I know is like the first fight is against wolves. And there's like this little village, like I can imagine the, like what it looked like, the scene and everything. I just can't remember what it's called. Yeah, right? Like, it was a PlayStation 1 title that I played on the PS2. The main character was he's a generic, like, JRPG antagonist. He has, like, the red armor and, like, the spiky hair. Yeah, that's what I got. If anybody can identify a game with those details, please let me know. No, and I'm getting a little off track because there's still a lot of like older games I want to play through, like Neverwinter Nights, the Icewind Dale games, stuff like that. But I'm just KOTOR, of course, KOTOR 2. There's a bunch of new games coming out that I want to play at the same time, so at some point I'm gonna have to stop playing new games and backtrack. There's a lot of really good CRPGs coming out, so it's hard to do that. Like Wrath of the Righteous comes out in 2 months. Baldur's Gate 3 probably comes out hopefully after I finish Wrath of the Righteous, but we'll see. Because I don't think I'm gonna have time to do 3 Let's Plays at any point during the school year this year. Hey Chio, long time no see. How you been? Yeah, no, I've kept up with the new Pathfinder. I actually got invited to a special Q&A. I had access to the beta and did a stream for it. But yeah, no, I've been keeping close tabs on Wrath of the Righteous. Kingmaker is one of my favorite recent games. And I think it's the standard that CRPG should be held to going forward. Maybe not on release, because I know it was like super buggy. But in general, I like that quality of game. And then the support the developers gave it after release just was phenomenal. Man, I know it shouldn't have been released that bad anyway, but they did put the work into it to make it a good game. So. Granted, I also didn't run across any bugs when I played it, so I'm also a little biased in that regard. Yeah, Wrath of the Righteous, that's my priority. Soon, the day that game comes out, I'm playing it on the channel. I played Kingmaker 3 times on the channel, so. Which is the only game to have been played. It's only going to be played multiple times on the channel, I think. I've gone back and played DLC and stuff, but I only ever actually like played through a game multiple times, except for Kingmaker. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey man, welcome to the stream. Well, hopefully you're feeling better now. I don't know if I've actually had the flu. I was diagnosed with mono twice, which you're not supposed to get it more than once, but... That was miserable. I got out a week of school each time, so... Yeah, well, you can always watch my first playthrough of the non-enhanced edition. That one's... I think it's a little slower. The enhanced edition I went through, I had a lot of meta knowledge because I'd played through it once before, so it was a little easier than a blind playthrough would be. But I do have a blind playthrough on the channel as well, so if you want to watch someone struggle. Alright, come on, unstun. Unstun. Well, I hope so too, because it's supposed to come out September 2nd, so... They only have like a month and a half to tidy things up. Still really looking forward to it. I mean, I play through games a lot slower than most people do. Half an hour a day, give or take. So, I'm sure most of the bugs will be ironed out as I make my way through the game. Alright, come on. Unstun, unstun. Oh, it's a buckler. Don't care about that.
Hold on there. Whatever you do,
We sent a scouting party. It seems as if...
This guy right here is like one of the harder early game bosses. I mean, not this time around, but...
let's see.
Oh, I leveled up. Fantastic. Strength and dexterity. And here, so there's a couple things I can do. So I think I'm going to do... Where's it at? I put 3 points into this, right? To get to Reckless Offense, so... So next level up I can start putting points into this, and what I'll probably do is like 2 points here, 1 point here. Until I get that maxed out. Well, that's good to hear. Besides the congested part, but, you know, you're feeling better. Yeah, I don't think so. The game's very, very horizontal. But maybe, I mean, they added a rotating camera, so who knows. But I think that's easier doing like a turn-based game, which it does have turn-based, but it's also real-time with pause, so I don't know if they're going to add a flying spell. It would be cool though, because you have like the races and classes that can get wings. That would be neat. But I don't see how they'd implement it in a game like that. Didn't mean to do that. What do I need to do for my quest? Go to Athens. Maybe I can turn this quest in. Yeah, well, I think mechanically the game is a masterpiece. It's weak in like storytelling and stuff like that, but it's not designed to be like just that campaign experience. I think like the biggest selling point is like the fan-made dungeons. It's gonna be kind of like Neverwinter Nights, and how like it's basically carried on or taken like what I'm trying to say. Like the players kind of take on the responsibility of keeping like the game's longevity going. Like mechanically, the game is brilliant, and they patched out like my biggest grievance with the game, which was the auto-equip feature.
Yes? So long!
I think, isn't she down here? I think she's down here. That was yesterday, John. They released, yeah, that was the 13th.
I dreamt of my husband.
But yeah, they did that. There's actually a pretty extensive patch notes. It's their second big patch. They nerfed my axe the same day that I sold my frickin' great sword. Still think the axe is better, but still. They fixed a few things, some quality of life improvements. Yeah, that game, like mechanically, the game is just awesome. No, I understand. Yeah, the sorcerers look pretty good. I'm actually excited about the Iron Man mode. The game is super easy. Granted, I am playing on like the I forgot what the difficulty is called. Like core rules. So maybe I should try Cataclysm before I do Iron Man. Because the game is a little easy. I'm not used to CRPG's difficulty like teetering off like that. There's like Pathfinder, like Baldur's Gate. You play on core rules or challenging, and it's, you know, it maintains that difficulty curve throughout the entire game, with some spikes here and there. Like it never feels too easy. But Solosto's like, you know what? You hit level 2 or 3. Enjoy the cruise. Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, the axe is cool. I like axes and hammers more than swords, so it all works out. Shame, I don't think there's any hammer recipes. Well, we found that 1+1 Warhammer like early on. And that was it, I think. Yeah, I mean, the story's, I don't know, it's not like anything to write home about. And then, like, there's, like, just weird pacing, like the orc, like, after the volcano, what happens to the orcs and stuff, it just, I don't know. Some of the dialogue does feel a little stunted and disjointed at times, but sometimes it's really funny. And the voice acting is well done. I mean, if it's not necessarily well written, but the voice actors did a good job, I think. So. Yeah, I think the game's like major selling point will be the dungeon maker once that's done and takes off, and once they add more campaigns as well. Because I think the developers themselves are going to add more campaigns to the game, because it's when you launch the campaign, there's like a list there, or a drop-down box for campaigns. So looking forward to that. I've heard of it. I haven't looked into it too much. But it is a game that it repeatedly catches my attention. Like, I always end up going back and looking at it. And then forgetting about it. That's true, yeah. Between the paladin and the cleric. But, I mean, I always have a paladin, so... Love my paladins. Would have been even easier had I picked the other paladin subclass of the Oath of the Motherland, I think. It's the one that seems to counter Sorax really well. Or Oath of Tirmar. One of the two. Well, they both are actually good against Sorax, but they... Yeah, no, Oath of the Motherland is the fire-based one. It's the Tirmarian subclass that's really good against Sorax. Yeah, and I think 5e just feels really easy anyway. I mean, with my one experience, which is just Solasta. Man, I'm sure there's ways they can make it harder. That's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm hoping that like there's a nice, because I mean, the Divinity games are hard. Like they have a good difficulty curve to them. So I'm looking forward. I mean, I like a good challenge. Like Underrail. Underrail is my favorite games of all time as well. Like and the challenge in that game is just consistent throughout. And I like that. Solasta just drops off immediately. There's a couple of fights. I mean, and Feindal's gone down a couple of times. But it's never been like a situation where I'm like, oh man, I think I'm going to lose this. Yeah, and I think, again, the campaign's just there to kind of ease players into the game. I still think that the Dungeon Maker and future campaigns have been the major selling of the game. Like, I feel like the campaign is just kind of there. It almost feels like... how, like, first-person shooters have, like, a single-player campaign just to have one. I feel like that's discrediting it a little too much. But I mean, it's not the story that keeps me coming back to play. It's definitely the gameplay and the mechanics. So maybe they'll pull like an Neverwinter Nights, how like the original Neverwinter Nights campaign isn't usually praised or spoken highly of in any way, but like the expansions are. Like the expansions are loved, so like the developers came back and they did better with future campaigns. So I'm hoping with Solasta that's what happens. Mechanical Penguin. Well, that sounds exciting. A little change of pace. Yeah, it is more than 10 hours. And it is still more engaging, and it's funnier. I feel like there's something missing. I think it's just... I do think it's the dialogue, because the dialogue just seems a little disjointed here and there. Like, sometimes like your character just kind of say something nonsensical, or something doesn't really build off like the previous character's comment. Or like when my paladin was talking about being the team's trap finder. That was a weird comment from my paladin. Like, it didn't make sense. It takes you out of the game temporarily. Bravo, let's kill that guy in this playthrough. Yeah, I mean, definitely still critiques to be had with the game, but overall, a very good experience. Well, I do like Ridiculous. I haven't played a good Ridiculous over-the-top game in a while. But despite the dialogue being a little wonky and slossy, I do really like how they have the, well, I wouldn't mind the persuasion system being changed a little bit, so like, it defaults each character to a certain check, so like my cleric will be the persuader, and then my paladin will be the intimidator, and stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. I would like to select my paladin for any of those roles, and have my paladin be the persuader instead of just the intimidator. You know, so I can roleplay him a little better. To just have him threatening everybody. That'd be fun. I'm not familiar with the Shadow, but I mean, having a Hydra would be fun. You know, Dragon Fight was a little lackluster. I mean, Feindal went down, but whatever. He's just a wizard. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, playing on the harder difficulty would probably help as well. Make things a little bit more exciting. Iron Man mode, I think, will really enhance the game and, like, you know, force you to face repercussions. Might even start using stealth if I play Iron Man. Well, then again, maybe not. It is called Iron Man, not Stealth Man. I mean, some of the fights I got a little rough dipping, like that group of spiders that ambushes you in the lava forest. They did some damage. Why can't I attack you? Alright, hold on a second. I think I went too far, didn't I? I did. I need to go back. So there's a legendary... I don't want to call it a super boss, but legendary boss that you can fight. The Hydra is back. I ran past it. So we need to go back and take care of that real fast. Well, take care, man. It was good talking to you. Glad you could catch the stream. Always good to have Well, more people here. That sounds really cool. Okay. Reminds me of, there's another game similar to that. Back in the day. Alright, so the Hydra should be here somewhere. And Stormtide. The turtle. Here's this guy.
Hail! You there! If you see our troop, tell me.
Here's the Hydra. Alright, he does a ton of damage. Kite. Kite, I'm gonna die. Oh, so close. Keep healing, keep running. Whew! What it says on the tin. It's an achievement that I got for that. So, that wasn't so bad. My summons basically did that entire fight for me. I think that's the last legendary creature I had to fight, or last, like, secret boss. Besides Fenris. I haven't fought Fenris yet. I don't think. Actually, I don't remember. I know where his cave is at, but I only ever finished the requirements to fight him. I like tactical RPGs. Not enough of them on the channel either. I like CRPGs and TRPGs are my two favorite genres of games, so. Might be something I play eventually. Like, again, I'll never say never, but so many games to play. So we'll see. Alright, so I think I'm going to call the stream here. It is 9 p.m. and I just fought the Hydra, and we have a save point up here. So let me make sure that is where I spawn at. Alright, so I'm going to call the stream here. We got quite a bit done. I feel like I made a lot of progress through Act 1. I think we really found... I guess we did 2 more. We also killed the Hydra, so that feels pretty good. And we'll pick up here tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed the stream, stay safe, stay classy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Can't believe I beat the Hydra on the first try. That feels good. I was thinking this would be some huge challenge. I mean, he did a ton of damage, but luckily my summons were able to clean house, so. Anyway, take care.